So, story time. When I was in like middle school, okay? I was maybe in like, this is like 7th grade. I used to go to a Catholic school. My parents, sent me to this Catholic school that was like maybe 15 minutes from my house. And so, disclaimer, I used to live in Texas. I lived in a small farm backwater southern town called Longview, Texas, which I'm sure nobody's heard of because everyone I've told where I'm originally from, no, everyone's like, wait, what is that town? I don't want to be mean, but it was a very like non-culture town. There was a lot of racism there and stuff like that. Anyway, I'm not gonna get into all that. That's another topic entirely. I used to go to this Catholic school, and I was only there for 6 months for reasons, and it was basically like a very standard Catholic school. You had to wear like a uniform. Like I had like a collared white shirt and khaki pants and like tennis shoes or whatever a little middle schooler wore back in those times. And we had mass every Wednesday and stuff like that. And I'm not religious at all. I'm an atheist. I don't believe in like God or anything like that. And that is my opinion. Everyone in the comments, do not flip out about that. If you do believe in God, you can believe in what you want to believe, worship what you want to worship, pray to whatever God you want to pray to. That is just my belief solely. I promise. Anyway, this probably was around like, it was around December, and I vividly remember this because it was just so fucking funny to me. But I was 14 or maybe 15 years old at the time, and I did not get along with a lot of the kids in my class because they're like uber religious, like very like, like read the Bible, you need to pray or like you're going to hell, like all that hubbubaloo, and I was not into that. One day, it was like fucking freezing outside, like freezing your ass off. It was like 28 degrees and the wind was blowing and shit. But apparently the whole congregation of the higher ups in the school decided to put on a play out in the playground area of the Jesus and Baby in the Manger. So, and they were going to make us stand out there in the cold wind and watch it. And I was like, you fucking kidding me? You're gonna make us stand out there bare naked in the fucking cold ass wind of fucking Zeus and watch this play out. So, of course, yes. So instead, we go out there, we're standing out there, I'm freezing my little toes off, and I'm like super pissed. Little 15-year-old Jack with like emo hair swiped down to here, wearing like a little Catholic church scholar uniform. And I'm just like, dude, this sucks. I don't want to be here. And the play lasted 20 fucking minutes. 20 minutes. Standing out there watching that shit. And it was just like... just like a rude structure of like a wooden like triangle of a house with like a plastic donkey, sheep, and goat. And like the teachers were acting it out, and there was like a little baby, like like the baby dolls, you like pull the string and it like makes sounds and burps or whatever. Like those old baby dolls they used to make in like the early 2000s. It was that. It was fucking creepy as hell. Anyway, I was not all about that shit. So after that, we went inside. And I was super happy because I got my little heart warmed up again with the lovely heater in the school. So I go to my Spanish class, and we were learning about, I think, Don Quixote or something. Don't remember. But the school had issued us school laptops. But they were heavily restricted. Like, you could only look up like a handful of things. Like, you can look up YouTube and stuff, but like it was very linear. I was pissed about the Baby in the Manger that we were made to go do that because, I mean, come on. Instead of listening in class, I was fucking terrible. I was like a degenerate. I just didn't do my homework and like just fucked off pretty much. I had a little composition notebook. Everyone had those like spiral notebooks or whatever in school. So my brilliant artistic mind decided to draw the greatest penis known to mankind. Because anyway, I had no artistic skill. The farthest I can do is stick figures in a bricked house. So I just drew it because I thought it would be hilarious. And so I did have a few friends in the class that I got along with. God, I don't know where they are right now. But this is the day I got expelled from Catholic school. I decided to draw it. And, it was pretty rude. It was a rude, sketch of it or whatever. And I like, my two friends were sitting next to me and I like showed them. I was like, check this out. And they like started cracking up. And so then the teacher was like, because she was teaching, she was, giving a presentation or whatever. I had tuned her out at that point. And so she was like, hey, like, what do you do? What are you talking about? And we were like, oh, nothing. And like hid it under my, like in my little computer disk thing or whatever, where you could put disks in the computer. Yeah, way back then. And so she just went on with it. I decided to look up Jacksepticeye on YouTube while she was teaching. Teacher saw me looking it up, got pissed off, sent me to the principal's office because I was like disrupting class or whatever. So I go to the principal's office with my laptop. And so I sit down, and her name was Mrs. Allen. Very sweet lady when she wanted to be. She sits there, and I'm sitting there across the desk with my hands in my lap like this. And she's like, so the Spanish teacher tells me you have been messing around in class. Well, you know, what is that about? And I was like, well, you know, I just got bored or whatever. And so essentially she took my computer and like was investigating it. And her face just went from immediate just calmness to just like a demon, just anger and fucking disappointment on her brow. And so she flips the computer around, and it is just like a pause fucking screenshot of Jacksepticeye going like that. And the dam broke. I could not do it. And I just burst out laughing. And so it was just bad. And so she was like, oh, you think this is funny? And I'm like, yeah, it's pretty funny. And then she was like, how can you watch this? I've seen this Irish man swearing and saying sexual things in his videos. And I was like, that's the best part. And so then she finds where I slipped my little penis paper into my computer slot, ripped it out, and was just so appalled by it. She's like, take this home and make your parents sign it. And I was like, what? No, I'm not going to go do that. And she was like, fine, then you're expelled. And so I was just like, okay. So I walked out. And when I walked out, there was a security camera on like the outside of the building or whatever, jetting out. And I did a little dance and shook my ass in front of the camera. Called my parents, come pick me up. And I explained what happened. And I'm not gonna lie, my mom burst out laughing. Like, she was just like, are you serious? And got pissed at the teachers or whatever, obviously. Because I'm like, you have no power over me. You're not gonna make me go sign my penis paper with my parents. Like, what the fuck's wrong with you? So yeah, that's how I got expelled from Catholic school.